Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. On this channel, I talk about fragrance, skincare, fashion, and the finer things in life. And today, we're talking about leather fragrances. I have 8 leather perfumes in front of me right now, right out of my collection. If you are curious about my picks, what are you going to do? If you're feeling a little thirsty, you can go grab your drink. I have Simone here with me. I'm allowing you to. Or if you're feeling a little hungry, go grab a snack. If your boyfriend or girlfriend is bothering you, just blow him or her and let them be quiet. And get your safe word as well and come find me here and we are gonna start our conversation. Alright, so today we are talking about leather fragrances. I have, as I told you in the beginning, 8 leather fragrances in front of me right now, but before I go into the details, I'm gonna mention 2 quick points to you. One of them is that there is a website down in the description box, and that leads to a test that will allow you to know your fantasies better and know yourself better. If you're interested in that one, you can definitely check that one. It's interesting, it's eye-opening, and at the same time, I know that leather fragrances are very difficult. They are hard to wear in our daily lives. However, my selection, you know what? As you can see, my gloves are short. They are not up to here. That means that I'm not gonna go in for colonoscopy or deep fisting. I know I have fragrances here that are easy, smooth, easygoing, and daily wear friendly. So, if I were you, I would be interested in actually. This is a nice leather fragrance list. And 8 fragrances, I divided the list into 2 parts. The first 4 fragrances, I have mentioned them before on this channel, and the videos, corresponding videos, will be up in the card section or down in the description box. And the other 4 actually we have never talked about on this channel. And the last fragrance actually is a very, very big, oh my god, like tremendous leather fragrance. It is so very hard to handle, and then we're gonna get into details when we come to that one at the end. However, we are starting with a rose fragrance. Rose, patchouli, leather, chypre, at the same time, fruity. So, it is Bottega Veneta Eau de Velours. Yes, I talked about this fragrance before in my video where I talked about my rose fragrances, favorite rose fragrances, and I still stand behind that list. This is great. This is patchouli, this is leather, this is chypre fragrance with fruity touches, and of course rose. This is beautiful in colder months. Performance on my skin, wow, exceptional when it comes to designer world. Maybe like almost up to 8 hours. And sillage, first 2 hours, very well, very satisfying. You know what? Definitely check this one out. Go watch that video if you're interested in this fragrance. I think Bottega Veneta has something going on in this bottle with this juice here. And this is called Eau de Velours, leather, chypre, patchouli, rose, and fruity touches. Designer. Alright, next fragrance is another designer, and that comes from Chanel. And this is actually among my top 3 Chanel fragrances. Chanel Cuir de Russie. I talked about all the Les Exclusives de Chanel fragrances in one of my previous videos. That is a very nice one. That is very, kind of like encyclopedia of the Les Exclusive line that I reviewed for you. If you're interested in Chanel Les Exclusive fragrances, go check this one out. But this one, I'm telling you, one of my top 3 Chanels, right up there with number 19, Sycamore and Cuir de Russie. This is Chanel. This is Chanel DNA. You still feel that bubbly, aldehydic Chanel DNA, but at the same time, a little floral, maybe white floral, at the same time, so nice, so unisex, maybe a little feminine, kind of like smooth leather. Oh my god, blended to perfection. I'm actually eyeing a vintage bottle of Cuir de Russie, but they are asking $700. Oh my goodness, I don't know, maybe I'm just gonna give in and buy the most recent formulation, because I do like this fragrance. I think this is a sexy fragrance. I think this is an exceptional Chanel fragrance, and come on, it's a leather fragrance. Wow, what more can we want? Well, Chanel fans, well, leather fans, you have to put your nose on Cuir de Russie. Alright, so the next fragrance comes from a brand called Nylo here in the United States, but I think if we were to go to France, we would be pronouncing this Nylo, and this is actually their favorite fragrance that I have tried so far. This is called Love Shot. Wow, so Love Shot is a very sweet fragrance. There is a red, fruity opening here, maybe like a raspberry red fruits. It's also a little fresh, but these kind of things are counterbalanced with an animalic leather. It's not super animalic, but I feel it, especially as this lives on your skin. I feel that there is some sort of like that sourness kind of thing, that, you know, deep feeling, that comes from leather. It's really palpable, it's tangible. I like this one actually. This is a strong fragrance, this is a sexy fragrance, sweet but leathery fragrance, feminine, but who cares, you can wear whatever you want. Hey, come on, you're watching my channel. And you know what? If you're looking into Nylo or Nylo, and what is this Love Shot? The name sounds alluring. The fragrance itself per se is actually, maybe price is a little limiting, but if I were to buy a full bottle from this brand right now, my pick would be Love Shot. Alright, the last fragrance in the first four comes from Tom Ford. Tom Ford, you know, latest releases from Tom Ford, they are BS. Well, we have to be honest. But not this one. I still think that this is not worthy of your $350, but this is a nice one. I did not pay that much money for this one. Normally, I circulate my Tom Ford fragrances except for Santal Blush, which I believe to be the best Tom Ford release so far. But this is growing on me. This has been growing on me. There is Tubéreuse. By the way, this is Tubéreuse Nue by Tom Ford. This is $350. This comes from that, you know, private line thing and everything, where they have the bitter peach. But this is not that. Leather. Also spicy. Black pepper. Tubéreuse. But I think at the dry down, they're not listing it, but I'm sensing some oud as well. It's really nice. This fragrance is not sweet. It's not, this is mature, but it's sexy mature. That's why I like it. Performance is not bad either. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. This is Tom Ford Tubéreuse Nue. This is a white floral suede. Leather, but it's suede. It's very smooth. It's very sturdy at the base of the fragrance. There's also a little chocolatey feeling going on as well, but I might be mistaken. Check this one out. Try this at the Tom Ford counter and make yourself a decision. Why not? Not a bad Tom Ford, especially comparing to the one that he has been like throwing up to the market, which are really, really... Soleil Brûlant, I tried that. I tried it. I wanted to like Soleil Brûlant so badly. I cannot. That's another money pit in my opinion. Well, this is too expensive to still. Not really worth of $350. Alright, so let me grab a sip. Let me regroup here and we're going to talk about the last four. Wow. Alright. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I have a separate playlist for Thierry Mugler fragrances. And I have a separate video for Angel. You know, I like Angel. And you know what they did? They put leather in Angel. So this is Cuir de Parfum Leather Angel by Thierry Mugler. This is a special edition. This is older. Angel formulation, Eau de Parfum formulation combined with leather at the top, in the middle, at the bottom, everywhere. You know what? This feels a little animalic. Whoa. This is so sexy. The performance is amazing here. If you like Angel like yours truly here, I think you can blind buy this. If you see a bottle of this, and if you are a fan of Angel unconditionally, like I am here, I think you can go with this one. It's going to be a little more masculine. It might feel animalic, but I think this is a beautiful, beautiful flanker. This is just like drag queens, sex, filth, kinky, but at the same time, it's that angel, like, temptation. Oh, so good. Go give this a try. I think it's still around, but you have to be loving Angel unconditionally to be able to enjoy this. All right, so the next fragrance actually comes from Valentino, and this is the first time I'm pronouncing this brand's name on this channel. How come? So one of my viewers, so this channel is bilingual. Each and every video comes in 2 different languages. One of them is in Turkish and the other one is in English. That one actually you're watching right now. So under one of my Turkish videos, one of my followers recommended this fragrance to me. She lives in abroad actually. She's been to Middle Eastern countries and she's been to Europe as well. And she said that Valentino Donna Noir Absolu is calling out your name. It's fruity, it's leather, it's Middle Eastern, it's everything, it's opulent and it's sexy. It indeed is. Oh my god. So this is a designer fragrance. Let's get this out of the way. Let's get things straight. It's a designer, but there is leather here, which is pretty approachable. It's fruity, it's sweet, and at the dry down, I'm feeling some sort of oud vibes too, but I think that's kind of like nose games that they play with leather. This is really nice, and I wish the performance had been better on my skin because I had to reapply this after 4 hours, but I think it's totally worth it. Sillage is not bad, but it's gonna fade away after an hour. But Valentino, Donna Noir Absolu, Middle Eastern Arabic, kind of beautiful, beautiful leather fragrance, fruity, opulent, inviting. I like this. Wow. All right, so last 2 fragrances on my list. So if you're watching this video and say, oh my god, these are not possible, we can't use that, just give me a designer fragrance. A designer fragrance that has a niche quality. A designer fragrance that not everyone has. A designer fragrance that is long lasting. It's gonna live on your skin, but it's gonna sit very close to your skin. Sillage is gonna be like in half an hour. Projection is gonna be like in half an hour. But after that, it's gonna live a very, very close life to you. That means that this could be a signature scent actually. And I think this is 24/7, 365. This fragrance comes from Azzedine Alaïa, and that is the classic eau de parfum that comes in that black bottle. Wow. Wow. This is a high quality, top tier designer fragrance. I talked about Azzedine Alaïa Blanche in that video where I talked about clean, fresh smelling fragrances. That is a really nice fragrance, but I think this tops that. Definitely. Oh, so good. There is something that feels so airy with this fragrance. There are florals that also feel a little aquatic, so fresh, but at the same time, this is a leather fragrance. Oh my goodness, deep down, there is depth to this fragrance. There is evolution to this fragrance in your skin, in my opinion. And it is perfectly unique. There is nothing else like this on the market. Designer, this quality, leather. If you care about what Luca Turin thinks about fragrances, I think he rated this fragrances with a high grade as well. And at this point, this time, I agree with him. This is a fragrance that is beautiful. I think this leans a little feminine, but to me, it is perfectly unisex. Signature worthy. Wow. Designer. Leather, but it's not overwhelming. It's leather. You feel it deep down. There is like death. There is that, there is an experience to this fragrance, but at the same time, it's so airy. It's also so a little floral. It's fresh. Wow, great juxtaposition, contrast in this bottle as well. I think if you're looking for a designer fragrance in general with a niche quality, and especially if you want that designer fragrance, a little leathery, kind of like suede-like, you are looking at it, don't search further. All right, so the last fragrance on the list, oh my god, that is, whoa, that is, wow. This leather fragrance comes from Roja Parfum. That is called Great Britain, and the full bottle costs $1,750. Of course, we're not gonna pay that. No one needs Roja in their lives. I have this travel size in front of me right now, and I'm gonna take it for you. I'm gonna spray this on my arm. Ooh, the opening first 3 hours are so animalic. Oh my god. So I'm not gonna smell this right away. I'm gonna talk a little. So I'm actually disappointed in myself not being able to get over this, actually. You know, I'm a biologist. I work with animals. It's been like 5 years that I have a room full of mice and I see them every day. I know how animals smell. And actually, I was a dog walker too. And you know what? When your dog is dirty and then you walk that dog, and especially if that day is rainy, when you come back, there's that dog smell that reeks off from the animal. It's not unbearable, especially if you like or love the animal, but there is that, you know, like animal smell. That one, imagine that. And also imagine kind of like leather, like they are being peeled off from the animal. Oh my god, so animalic. This is incredibly animalic. There is a mixture, melange of other animalic notes, but I'm not picking up civet here because civet, I know it's very hard to deal with as well, but I think this is mostly castoreum, but leather. Oh my god, leather, the animalic, the accor is, it's so tangible. It just like jumps right out of your skin and like hits you in the nose, on the nose. There are flowers, there are velvety mixture of flowers, and we know they are very high quality and they are blended to perfection because we cannot pick the individual flowers. But what we can pick is, wow, leather, like so bad. It's just like, you know, your safe word could be Great Britain, actually. It's that kind of leather. And florals, they are velvety florals. This becomes bearable. This becomes bearable, actually. You know what? After like 3 hours, this becomes really controlled, you know, reined in, sexy. But the first 3 hours, I don't know. You know what? You're gonna do the test. We have tons of fantasies that cannot be censored, and those fantasies may require us to go into places where things might get more disgusting than Roger Dow Great Britain. But alas, smelling this fragrance, I cannot handle this. But I know for a fact that this is a great, so sexy, so very well done leather fragrance. And if you call this one leather fragrance, the last 7 fragrances actually we talked about, they don't really feel like leather fragrances, to be honest, except for Angel Leather, because this has some animalic touches too. But Roja Parfum, Great Britain. If you're out there watching, I want a real deal leather fragrance. Unisex, a little leaning masculine, super sexy, and very hard to handle. You know, I'm telling you, animalic that you have never smelled. And I'm saying that this is one of the best leather fragrances on the market right now. Not that I have smelled all the leather fragrances before, but come on, we know what we're smelling here. You can check this one out or decant it, but you are warned right now that it is very hard to deal with. All right, so 8 fragrances. We talked about them. I want to know, do you like leather fragrances? Do you wear them daily? Are they easy to handle in your world? Let me know down in the comment section, and also if you do that test and if you want to share your results with me, why not? I'll be willing to hear that as well. I'm reading the comments And I am also replying to comments as well, because since I am spending time with you here, I want to know from you. I would like to know your thoughts, your opinions. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I cannot wait to see you at the next one. Take care, everyone.